The ultimate challenge of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Dr. Martin Luther King. So guys, I wanted to start this video like this because this is a real serious topic that needs to be covered and needs to be talked about more. Okay, so there's a bit of a serious tone to this video. So why am I saying this in such a serious tone? Because you have three choices in the new world, right? One of three choices. So I've talked about the Great Reset. I've talked about the C word and all the stuff that has mainly happened, right? Now, what I have seen and the things that I have picked up on, and this can come through studying people, studying industry, studying the world, studying, all different kinds of things from philanthropy, etc., to reading a bunch of books about a bunch of stuff, right? You start connecting the dots, right? You start connecting the dots and things start really aligning and you have these light bulb moments, right? So these aha moments. And here's some things that I have seen. So you have one of three choices in the new world. So number one is you work for someone in exchange for, so you take your time and you exchange that for money, okay? Which is a model that's been running for some time, okay? But what I have seen is all these studies done and backed by OpenAI, specifically on UBI, okay? So that brought something to my awareness, right? To something that was like, this is actually something that has a big probability of happening in the near future. Whether that's a year from now, whether that's 5 years from now, we've seen how fast this AI is moving. And even, as I've said again, even Elon Musk called a bunch of people together and a bunch of leaders in tech, and they put out a mandate and said, hey, we have to do something about this. This thing is getting out of hand, or this thing might eat us specifically, right? So they did that meeting, they got a bunch of people together, and that must be saying something to you and me, right? So again, UBI, you can go look at the UBI. So UBI studies, okay, Universal Basic Income Studies, backed by OpenAI and specifically spearheaded by Sam Altman, okay? Now, whatever that means to you is what that means to you, right? If you're cool with chilling at your house, collecting a check, right? Going fishing, playing golf with your buddies, then you can only play that much golf in 1 week, right? So some people, some real creators, some innovators are really needed in this time right now, and specifically with all of this opportunity, with the tech out there is like, again, I've said this before, it's like a technological gold rush that you cannot miss, okay? So what we want to do is we want to specifically the second thing here, as I said, number one is you work for someone, okay, and you exchange your time for money, okay, and UBI might come into play, which will eliminate that factor, and it will even out the ground play. So number two is you learn how to create value and you solve problems for other people, aka entrepreneurship, right? Whatever direction, whatever angle you choose, that is an option. But again, not everyone is meant for this game of entrepreneurship, and that is a big mistake I see a lot of people make, because a lot of people will be like, you know what, I want to do this thing, but they don't do the work required, or they don't change certain things about themselves. And that is why I started with this video with that quote, because it is those specific times, challenges, situations that allow you to make certain decisions. And again, if you have the awareness around that topic of the thing that it is you're trying to do, the better you'll get, the more you'll do it, right? So then number three here is you become a entertainer. Why? Because like people love to be entertained, and we've seen with the C word, right? When the C word situation happened, we saw specifically, right? We saw specifically the implications thereof with people, going nuts, right? You know what I'm saying? Like they want to be entertained. There's always a need for entertainment. But the phase of like kind of like mumble rap and all that stuff, that's done. Because why? Because all of this tech, all this innovation, it's bringing out, it's cutting the weeds. That's why I love all this stuff that's happening. It is specifically cutting the weeds, eliminating all the phonies, right? Eliminating the mumble rap bullshit, and really focusing on that which is of driving efficiency. Because you either provide value and create asymmetric value in this process, or you simply become an entertainer. But when you can combine becoming an entertainer and providing large amounts of value, then you will crush. Like, oh boy, you will crush, right? Because you're specifically the new celebrity of the world, okay? Like it specifically, like you will see, like people only care about their favorite creators, right? They have a certain niche, they have a certain topic, but they care about that creator, whether it's fitness, business in general, it does not matter. You can look at people who follow Mr. Beast or Logan Paul, Jake Paul. All these people will be super, super important moving forward, and even micro influencers. So micro influencers, macro influencers, and people connected to brands, and that's the next thing I will quickly touch here. So we have brands will need the creators, okay, because of the AI, okay. So because of the AIs, what happens is, because of all this innovation and because of the technological expertise of this tech, you won't know whether you are talking to a real person or whether you are talking to a robot because of how good it is, right? Now that's a problem there, because you and me, we still appreciate human interaction. The last time I checked, we still appreciate human interaction. So this is going to become a problem for brands that don't align themselves with the new world creators of the creator economy, right? So the new world creators of the creator economy is obviously something that Gary Vee has been pushing for a very long time. He's been saying that brand is built on social, yada yada, all those things. And Gary Vee is right once again, okay? So like, what is the implications here, okay? So brands will need creators because of AI and information agnostic, right? So information agnostic also leads into the channel where it's no longer like information itself is no longer the problem. It is being able to pick the right pieces of information, because there are so many people and their grandma trying to push selling you something like a social media marketing agency or whatever, because their favorite big shot YouTuber, whatever, sold them a course, did that whole process with them, right? Which is, on one side of the coin, is, I guess it's fair, but at the end of the day, that is what spreads all the thinking in people's brains, because now people go out and they spin up the same businesses. They go out, they don't think, the first thing that their creator tells them, like their YouTube creator, their person that they follow tells them, they go out and they do that thing. They don't go do the research, they don't do hypothesis, they don't validate their hypothesis, they don't essentially build the thing and then, they don't essentially sell the thing and then build the thing. So there's a lot of topics that we can cover on a later stage. But main point is, you need to solve for threat level 1 issues. That is what you need to solve for in the new world. If you don't solve for threat level issues, you will be chucked with the UBI crowd. That is just the direction we're heading into, okay? So now we're looking at specifically brands are built on social, as I said, and then I have one more point specifically to address, is that the creating content in the metaverse, okay, that is the key. It is the key for driving your project forward. Why? Because all you're doing is you're cloning yourself. You're cloning yourself and you're duplicating yourself in the metaverse. That is what you're doing. You're placing yourself on the TikTok. You're placing yourself on Instagram, and you are everywhere, okay? That's what you're doing. But we want to focus on one specific platform, dominate that platform, move to the different platform, because I will talk about this whole kind of like content treadmill. You can refer to it in the line of a hedonic treadmill, which is a content treadmill, but that's a topic for another time, right? So last point here is that the new oil of the world will be intent-based data. I've talked about this before. I'm not going to go into this. I'll link the video below, or I'll put it somewhere here where you can check that out. Intent-based data video. I got a lot of great feedback from that, and why it is the new oil of the world, and all of the facts and the things I connect together help you truly see the opportunity thereof. And obviously the big boys, the people with the capital, they will be there first, and they will dominate there first. So then you and me, we can come and we can see what piece of the pie we can still chop up and allocate, because there's more than enough for everybody. And that is also a message that I want to keep spreading, is that if we just, if we just team up, if we just work together and align ourselves with truthfully trying to help each other, I believe the world will also truly be a better place. And then again, I want to end off this video with saying that we were playing tennis. Once we were playing tennis in this internet-based world, right? And now we are playing soccer, okay? People are dribbling now, right? People are dribbling. And you will see the ones who are scoring, and we will also see the ones who are left with the tennis racket in their hand. All right, everybody. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you like this video, leave a like on this video. Leave a comment on what you think on the things that I addressed. If there's a video that you want me to address, I will do that. And as always, guys, go out into this world and do something great for somebody today. Bye-bye.